What up, gamers? Fans are here, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So, yeah, let's continue here. Is this where like Robin gets her name? Like, isn't Robin a bird? I mean, I don't think that's what Robin looks like, right?
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove.
Okay, I guess not.
But Charmony doves
I know
don't live
Robin's a bird,
here.
though,
So how did
but
this
I
little
don't even know
bird
what it
get
looks
here?
like.
Maybe its parents abandoned it?
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find something soft and make a nest for it?
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling. Let's take it with us. We can put it on the wooden shelf in front of your window.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice. But where will it live?
I'll ask the family head to build a cage for it.
A cage? But then it won't have the freedom to fly, right?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? To the point that they've forgotten how to enjoy their dessert. Oh, poor little thing. Doesn't look like it's doing well. Do you want to rescue it?
I do. But I don't want to lock it up in a cage.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered. And can't sing. It didn't come into this world just to be locked up in a cage. Birds belong to the sky.
That's quite the romantic idea. And what about you, a young scholar? Do you agree with your sister?
No.
I think she's right. But if
Oh.
we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive for more than a few days at best.
Ah, I see. It seems our little scholar is still a bit unsure. Well, let me tell you youngsters a story. As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly really high, the friction caused by the flapping of their feathers against the atmosphere creates amazing lights, so that they look like shooting stars.
That's cool.
We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. But that's not the truth. Their radiant display is the result of countless struggles against nature over generations.
Okay.
Their ancestors were too weak
sounds sad.
to survive on the ground. So, to escape predators, they started seeking new opportunities in the air. After countless attempts by many generations, one of them finally figured out how to fly. It soared into the sky and never looked back at the ground again.
So, you mean birds aren't born to fly? But they find a way to do it through their determination? Right?
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it. So, what are your thoughts, Sunday?
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
It sounds dark.
That's an interesting perspective. So, have you decided what to do with the bird now?
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself because I want it to live. No matter what.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own answer. Your insights are truly remarkable. And I hope they come true in their own way.
We will take good care of it. Won't we, brother?
Yeah. But, Mr. Gopherwood, there's one thing I don't quite understand.
And what might that be, my son?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns to fly in the end? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can never fly throughout their lives, should we let them go back to the sky? Only to see them crash to the ground and die.
Talking in your sleep, Birdie?
Oh, Gallagher.
Time to wake up. You look a little unsteady. Need a hand?
All right, what's gonna happen here? I feel like somebody's gonna start like throwing hands. Like, where am I? What have you done? The last thing I remember was getting stabbed.
I'm still alive?
Yeah, so I gotta say, man, like that whole thing with the whole bird and stuff. Like, I know I talked about this like in the previous video about like maybe on like why I maybe didn't like much about the story. But dude, that was like way more interesting than like what I've been hearing about with Aventurine. Like, I think conceptually, Aventurine is really cool with the story. I feel like the execution is like drawn out,
Yeah. Happy about
and
that?
that I guess in a way I feel like, you know, maybe it just kind of feels repetitive in a way.
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound.
Is Firefly
She's
gonna appear out of nowhere?
probably walking around the streets now. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
I thought that was more of Sleepy.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan, and see through my fictionology. Time is
Fictionology.
running out, so let's drop the charades. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What makes you think I'd cooperate with you?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Well, seeing is believing once you talk to Robin.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. What you should trust is the sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish. Here she is.
Huh?
That's Firefly.
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak family head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
Moments later.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
Are these the guys that we were looking for at the beginning where we were trying to find the, like, those nameless people?
When Penacony was
From the
known as a
Express?
frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars.
Because I saw 3. We were
They
looking for
the
3,
heroes
right?
Who saved Astana, and their names deserve to be immortalized, not just on this small stone tablet, but in the annals of history for all of time. However, today the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory, just like that prison.
Oh, whoops.
If their names are inscribed here, then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Astana, Tiernan picked up the way of the Trailblaze again, and led the Letmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
Yeah, there's like one more, right?
When Dreamflux Reef was created,
Oh,
its owner
Gallagher is
was
here.
still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
Here we go. Alright, ask Gallagher about the situation. I will do that next time because, well, I guess not next time, but for me, it'll be next time because I gotta go end this video. Well, for me, I'll just make a cut here because I gotta go. I just wanna take a break really quick. But yeah, be right back. Alright, let's continue. Gallagher, yo.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business first. What do you say?
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say, Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
Yeah, it does seem like he knows way more than what we know on what's been going on
You're
around
right,
here.
Mr. Yang. It is indeed time to come clean on everything. The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. So it's only fair that I answer your questions. Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef,
Oh,
the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation.
okay. Interesting.
As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true.
Almost everything.
Except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the Watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy. Inviting different factions and stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you. The Stellaron.
Here we go. I feel like it's been a while since we tried to tackle that.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are no signs of contamination whatsoever.
You know, I feel like no matter where we go, we're always going to deal with the Stellaron problem. Even if, like, we don't expect it on every planet.
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means? I wish
Oh,
that
shoot,
were
my
the
bad.
truth.
Uh,
But if that were the case, I would...
so what did I say? I wish that were the truth, but if that were the case, I wouldn't have invited you all. Oh no, that's the the Stellaron has been completely sealed. And then he said this.
I wish that were the truth. But if that were the case, I wouldn't have invited all of you. Case, I wouldn't have invited all of you. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild ocean with earth to make an island. To achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. I'm sure you get what I'm hinting at. In Azdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
Wow. That's interesting because, you know, at first glance it looks pretty good. And Azdana's the one where I guess you know what we've experienced so far, right? I don't know.
The planet of festivities
It's just the
itself is a Stellaron disaster?
I just assume like the whole planet, you know, yeah, the planets of festivities in general.
It all started a long time ago. back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up. That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play. The Stellaron first entered the Asdana system during the war.
Oh, Asdana's the
Nameless
system.
warned everyone
Okay.
against the folly
star
of
system.
attempting to tamper with such a power, and most heeded their words. But there are always people in the shadows with ulterior motives. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With 2 of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw an opportunity. By the time a representative from the Montour System's family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those 3 eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe, spreading the hype around the land of the dreams.
Wow.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. Think about this. What would it cost to create and maintain such a lavish dreamland? It's people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream.
So he says decay of spirits. So like as they just have fun around here, that's when they like I guess start decaying.
Confusion, laziness, and cowardice. Weaknesses that plague humanity were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one.
Okay, so like just making people like pretty much chill by having fun. You know, it does make them like I guess what he described there. Interesting.
Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic memory zone. Over the years, I fabricated a meme within this dream for our use. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is the Watchmaker's first announcement in decades, the traitor within the family is bound to reveal themselves.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers.
Yeah, very interesting, man. I do want to, you know, say some stuff, but let me just keep going with the dialogue first.
Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
Oh,
As I suspected.
it's a building?
It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the sweet dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony.
I'm guessing Mr. Gopher's the guy that we saw in the cutscene with them? The one adult guy when they were kids?
But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the Sweet Dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony, I'll fight alongside you.
Heck yeah.
We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors, and there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Mr. Trailblazer?
Going up against the Dream Master? Nah, I'd surrender.
Come on, don't crack jokes at such a serious moment.
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express. Having a third party present should help with negotiations, and could make all the difference if things get ugly.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
Yeah, what happened to Firefly? She was like here for a bit. I thought she would be like, you know, kind of like part of the group circle. But I guess not.
I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang? How powerful is that Dream Master?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him. Not to mention the Stellaron in his possession. We must proceed with great caution.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although I can't quite put my finger on it. I have to make sure he won't turn against us when things start to get dicey.
Okay. I do wonder if like that whole dialogue they had as a kid, you know, because they, you know, Robin and Sunday, they had like different perspectives on the whole bird thing. I'm just wondering if that means that that's just like some foreshadowing that they might have some different takes at the end here, like the way they approach it, maybe. Like, probably Sunday wants the same results, maybe, but he might do it in a way where like we don't like it.
You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? May I borrow it for a moment?
I actually don't remember what this is. What the heck is this? Aventarine's token. I don't remember when we got this, but I'll pretend like I know.
I knew it.
I don't think this will bring us any luck.
As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter.
Oh.
If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current situation.
How? I'm guessing maybe it's not just for Aventurine, because yeah, he's pretty much he's Gonzo. I'm guessing it's for the IPC instead, like using them instead.
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Yeah, that is true. So I'm kind of curious where he went, because I thought maybe he would be going to the same place as Firefly, but he's not here. And then we saw his whole cornerstone thing like fade away, like the lights in it or whatever it is. So I don't know if he went to the same place or not. I'm not even sure.
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC.
Okay.
It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for.
Okay. How are we gonna do that? I thought maybe that, you know, when you said that's like a transmitter or whatever, I thought it might be like a one-way thing, because it seems like that chip is not meant for us to know on how to use it. Only him.
The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current
I'm guessing he'll
status.
find a way to
But the IPC
send a message.
is always listening, especially senior strategic.
Okay, I
investment
guess that's true.
department heads like him. Getting the message across shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you.
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too.
If they're like always
If
listening in a way,
anything goes
like that chip is
wrong,
always recording,
don't worry
then
about me.
I guess
Make
you can
sure
like
to
say
save
like,
the Stellar.
IPC, I need your help.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep. I won't make the same mistake Mikhail did. Let's wish him the best of luck.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the three nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about Razalina and Tiernan, so the only one left is Legwork. If I'm not mistaken, we've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. And now, after getting this far all in one piece, you have truly proven yourselves. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
Of course. My reputation precedes me. Believe in the galactic baseballer supremacy.
What? Hey, you can't just make up titles like that.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend has fond memories of his time aboard the Express, which he reminisces on every time he has a good drink. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Ooh. I feel like we're getting to the part of the story where, you know how like at the near the end of the story, like the hero would get like maybe a superpower to beat the true evil.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like
I feel like we're gonna get this true legacy here. Hey, Firefly is
Still
here
got
too.
so much to say and do. I've kept my promise. Brought the future trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train, but I remember your last words.
I mean, it's a good train, man. Have you seen the train? So luxurious.
Don't let us down, old man.
All right, cutscene. Uh-oh. Well, we got a cutscene that is all dark that I can't see. What's happening, March? What's happening is that... Okay, now we got the visuals. Oh yeah, so I'm actually uploading a video at the same time, so that's why it's lagging. Because I need to upload it. Yeah, my bad, guys. This is all on me. Because I needed to upload a video right now. Yeah, it was going good for the past couple of videos, but... Wait, right now... I need to, you know, use some of the performance of this game to upload a video really quick. Yeah, now Firefly is part of the cutscene. Oh, is that it? Is that the true legacy for us? Okay.
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
Oh. Okay. So he was also like... Mikhail is also the Party Express? Okay. Very interesting. Saw something here. You think this is where the Trailblazer here becomes like the Harmony power? I mean, I already got him. I unlocked him at the end of the Belobog thing, I think. Alright, here we go. I see a save point here. They're about to be like a big battle. Wait, is he still alive? He said grave, right? He said grave. I guess he's still alive? Oh, snap. Okay. I don't know if we're about to fight him or not. Maybe to make him rest in peace. Oh wait, is that his corpse? I don't see like a idle animation. Beneath the sea surface of Memory Zone, in a garden closest to the full moon in the water, an elderly man rests in the recliner, enveloped in a utter silence. The Watchmaker, Mikhail Charlegwork, has passed on into that endless, timeless dream, where no sound could ever awaken him.
Sure enough,
Oh my.
the Watchmaker is the third nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy
Oh
he
wait,
left
that's the
behind
hat!
was a
Wait, is that the
dream.
hat?
I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the nameless.
That's the hat that the Trailblazer use.
After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more enigmatic than me.
Well, let's have a look.
As the word cease, Himiko nods ever so slightly in your direction. You take a deep breath, steady your mind, and turn your gaze towards the Watchmaker. Touch the dream bubble in Mikhail's hands. You press your hands against the dream bubble, and thick, vicious memoria converges under strain, then stretches outward from your fingertips as if weaving a delicate web. It gently cradles your palm. It chill travels from your fingertips, carrying with it a myriad of vibrant and intertwined memories, as experience would suggest. But this time, you see nothing at all. Take a deep breath and try to read the dream bubble again. The dream bubble is clearly extraordinary. Perhaps the approach was wrong, you think. Holding your breath and closing your eyes, with one knee on the ground, you press your forehead against the thin film coated in memoria. Yet before you, There remains an abyss of darkness, no crimson sun descending upon snow-capped mountains, no gentle laughter, no twinkling stars, no echoes of swords clashing, and most of all, no traces of trailblaze. There is nothing, and nothing is there. Indubitably, this is nothing. This is but an empty dream bubble.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously? There's nothing inside this dream bubble? How could a dream bubble be empty?
Maybe it's like there's some like hidden thing inside it.
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism. Mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
I'm sure he's about to give us the Harmony Trailblazer power. I mean, the hat is there.
I don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
His hat.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, alright?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the Watchmaker, don't you, Gallagher?
I do wonder because he said that, you know, it's for the future nameless or Trailblazer, that he kind of like maybe saw the future with us, since I don't know if he like knew about like us getting the one fire the fire spear Trailblazer, that maybe he wants to do the same thing with us.
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was done.
Can I borrow your pet?
He said he'll
I
leave
need
it
to
to
make a
us.
trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Oh, Boots Hill's POV. Oh, frick, dude. Heck yeah. 10 system hours
Welcome to
until
the
something
Reverie
happens.
Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yeah, there's more.
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hang, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
He's my fellow trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the express, so he wasn't registered in your system. Is it possible to accommodate him as well?
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of people
Yeah,
are
that
going
happened to
into
us.
Trailblaze these days. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the dreamscape.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
Hmm.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Wilt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems so.
Oh, fudge. Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can.
Jeez.
Okay?
I don't know if talking like this would help. He might get kicked out.
Calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue earlier.
Oh, okay.
Please wait a moment while I contact him.
I guess he got what he wants. So Sunday might be coming along here. Well, no, I guess Sunday, is he still back at that one place? I'm guessing if they're there, they can't be contacted, right?
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the express earlier, but they didn't respond.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever.
Here we go.
Worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
Yeah, now we're Boots Hill, man. That is so cool. I might, for the story reason, I might just switch out Misha for Boots Hill. But that's if, if he's friends with us, really. I still don't know what's gonna happen if he meets us. Just wait around, I guess.
The Charmony Festival is about to start. I'm so excited.
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here especially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about. But I heard it's a lot of fun.
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time.
Inaria.
My dad threw me a birthday party one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
I wonder if we'll able to explore this world.
Oh, come on. The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-amber era event. How can a
Yeah,
birthday
I do wonder if
party
we're gonna be
compare?
able to explore like that other world too with Venturine. Even though it seems like it might be a wasteland.
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival. I've been looking forward to it.
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top of it.
Okay, they have faith in them.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Alright. Ask more around here. You, security. Yo.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of
Oh, here we go.
security.
She might help.
How may I assist you?
Yeah, Bloodhound.
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I traveled all the way from the Hayai Federation.
Ayai.
I don't want my trip to be ruined.
So many other places that I'm just learning now. So cool. I really hope you do explore these other places.
What do you mean?
I mean, I feel like with this game, because like it's hard to like know when it's gonna end. At least for me. Like when I think about Genshin, I feel like you can definitely see like how the game ends after you like go through all the areas in the game, all the nations. But yeah, with this game, like I don't know. I mean, you got the whole world, the whole galaxy, or I don't know, all the systems and stuff there. They got a lot of planets.
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived. So don't worry, your trip won't be in vain.
Ah, that's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop.
Okay.
Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea.
What if like she's actually like faking it and like she's gonna contact like the security, like over there, those two, get them.
Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves. Definitely not a good sign.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape. However, I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family on such an important day.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy, right?
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the Express for now.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed VIPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
What do you mean by robbed? Did you rob them right now?
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing up here. We're the surprise factor for them. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See, the IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the memo keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel. In reality,
A secret signal.
That's right.
A concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection with you. But Boot Hill, if you have more backup plans in the future, I hope you'll let me know in advance.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can go awry. And that would leave all backup plans completely useless.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play.
Okay. Well, we'll do that next time, guys. Yeah, I gotta say, man. I think the story, at least, it is still pretty, like, bloated on the dialogue and stuff. I mean, yeah, this whole time, I think, in this video. I don't think there was, at least I don't remember the first 10 minutes before I made that cut. But yeah, I think it's been just pretty much dialogue. But at the very least, I feel like the story is like moving, you know, it's always constantly like moving ahead. Whereas I felt like with Venturine and Acheron and Black Swan and stuff, it did feel like the story just felt really slow. Like I was just standing still for the most part. I didn't feel things were like moving in a fast pace. I do feel like with this though, things are like moving along better for me, like in the story here. So yeah, I think yeah, maybe if they keep this up, then yeah, maybe I won't feel that bad when it comes to like me continuing. Because yeah, I really thought, man, that maybe the story might go that way. But no, I think as long as the dialogue is engaging, just like this entire video was, at least for me, it's engaging. I'm not sure about you guys, but yeah, I felt like it was at least way better than what we got back then. But yeah, really enjoyed this video. Next time we'll continue as Boots Hill. Hopefully he becomes good friends with the, with our group, so that I can just add him to the party here. I guess replace Misha for a bit with him, because I do want to, play as him for a bit. But at the same time, I don't have a build ready for him, so I mean, hopefully I can just use a story character here. Maybe I can do that instead. And then just replace Misha with the Trailblazer, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good